Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review on the album Battle Hymns by Manowar. This is their first album. It came out in 1982, and before I get into the songs, I'm going to name off the band members. First off, Ross the Boss on guitars and keyboards. Joey D. Mayo, 4/8 string bass. Donnie Hamzik on drums, and Eric Adams on vocals. So yeah, let's get into the songs. Alright, so the album starts off with the song Death Tone. This song is meh. Like, it's not a terrible song, but it's also not a great song. It's just sort of there. Definitely not a great album opener. Yeah. Alright, but the second song, Metal Days. This song, oh yeah, Days as in, days like, D-A-Z-E, not D-A-S-D-A-Y-S. But yeah, Metal Days. Great song. I actually think this would have been better as the opening track. To be honest, because this is just a way, way, way better song than Death Tone. Very catchy, very energetic, and the vocals are awesome. Although the vocals are awesome on pretty much every song on this album. Anyway, but yeah, Metal Days, awesome song. Track number 3 is Fast Tracker. This one's, again, another one that is kind of dull. I don't know, it's just not a good song. Shell Shock. Track number 4 is Shell Shock. Okay, this is a little bit better. Not as good as Metal Days, but still a pretty good song. Alright, side 2. Track number 5 is the title track, and not the title track, the name of the band, Manowar. This one is, no, it's good, but it's also, I don't know, it's good because it's, you know, musically it's good, vocally it's good, but I don't know, there's just way too much, I don't know, there's just something about it that's a little bit too, I don't know, on the nose. I don't know. It just, there's something weird element that I can't explain that's about the song that I just don't like. Again, musically and vocally it's good, but overall there's just, I don't know, I just don't like it for some reason. Alright. Track number 6, Dark Avenger. This one has an opening narration, or not opening narration, there's a narration, like, in the midsection of the song, by Orson frickin' Welles. Yeah, the Where's the World guy. I don't know how the hell they got Orson Welles to do a voice, to do a narration on here. But yeah, but that's just amazing, and it just adds to the awesomeness of the song. Dark Avenger is just an amazing song, and the narration by Orson Welles makes it even better. Alright. Track number 7 is William's Tale. This one, it starts off weirdly with sort of, like, nearly half of the song is sort of a weird sort of instrumental, and then it gets into the actual song, but it's just that long, drawn-out intro that really bleeds into the majority of the song before the song actually starts. And it's just so boring that by the time the song gets started, like actually gets started, I'm just like wanting the next song to be played because I'm just already bored out of my mind by the intro. But yeah, so, meh. Alright, last track, the ending track, Battle Hymn. This is by far the best song on the entire album. it's the most epic and just probably the overall best put together song. Um, it has everything right about it. The instrumentation's great, the vocals, the songwriting, everything's perfect about the song. I'm glad this ended the album because it's just perfect. It's a perfect way to end the album. Um, anyway, those are the songs. Sorry I breezed through this very fast. I didn't really have much to say about this album in terms of individual songs. See, with reviews, there'll be times where I have more to say about the album as a whole rather than the individual songs, and that's just because sometimes, I because if I talk about the album as a whole, depending on what album it is, I have a lot more to say than just trying to uh pick something to say for every single individual song, which sometimes it's not really that easy because some songs blend together, sort of sound pretty much the same to the point where they just sound one giant song. Anyway, but yeah. So first off, the artwork. The artwork is it's pretty good. A bit a bit kind of not. I don't want to say bland, but sort of I don't know. Just the color palette. Well, the background color palette is pretty good. I do find the eagle on it to be. I know it's supposed to be a marble statue, but honestly, putting some other colors in it, maybe I don't know, maybe some blues or something. Maybe having a red, white, and blue would be awesome. But have a plain white eagle statue is just kind of. Well, the statue itself looks pretty cool. The coloring is just sort of bland. But I love the background colors. I love the smoke and the fire, look to it. I love the logo as well. And then the back with the arm with the sword is pretty cool. Anyway, so overall thoughts before rating. Overall thoughts. This album is spotty. It's very, very spotty. It has some really good moments, but also some really bad moments. I'd say the best songs on here are Metal Days, Shell Shock, Dark Avenger, and Battle Hymn. The rest of the songs are pretty forgettable, really. And then I think William's Tale, that song is just downright just utter garbage. Yeah, so the production as well. The production is very, very low budget, which with 80s albums could be a good or bad thing depending on how well the album's put together. Sometimes low budget sort of sound kind of fits, sometimes it just makes it even worse. Here, it kind of is a little bit of both. There are times on this album where I think the low budget helps it, but then there's times where I think the low budget of production hinders it. The vocals are amazing. Probably the best thing about this album is the vocals. I love the vocals. Actually, this came out in 82? Yeah, 82. So they sound very much like Neil Turbin on a Fistful of Metal, the first Anthrax album. So I wouldn't be surprised if Neil Turbin took some inspiration from the singer of Manowar, because they sound very similar. Yeah, just the style sounds so similar to Neil Turbin. But yeah, so overall, I'm gonna give this album a 4.9 out of 10, so almost a 5 out of 10. Again, this album has some very good things about it, but also some very, just downright boring moments. I think if the production was slightly better, and if there was slightly bit more of songs like Metal Days, Dark Avenger, and Battle Hymn. If there were more songs like those, I think this would have been a little bit higher ranked. But as is, it's a decent album. It's a very decent, solid album. But definitely not a great album. So, actually, now thinking about it, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 because it does have some really good moments on it. Yeah, not a 4.9, a 5 out of 10. Sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth on this one just because, again, the mixed goods and bad. There's a mix of good stuff and bad stuff on here that's kind of really hard to rank this one. But yeah, so a 5 out of 10. Production could have been slightly better. Certain songs could have, been replaced with better ones. But overall, pretty solid for what it is, and it's a pretty solid debut album. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. Also, no, I didn't listen to it on vinyl yet. I don't have the record player just yet. But I did listen to it on CD. I have the CD here. It's a Japanese pressing because for some reason, I don't know. I don't know what it is with all these like sort of more kind of sort of obscure albums from the 80s and ordering them and them arriving from Japan. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe that's the only place that they're selling well these days. Who knows? But yeah. So also, but yeah, just a really an album that's very interesting because I like it, but at the same time, it's definitely something that could have been had a little bit more time and effort put into it, and it could have been a great album. Yeah. So that's about it for this video. Sorry if this video was rushed or anything. I kind of just didn't really have any idea on what videos to make today. Considering that yesterday I was kind of out of ideas of videos, but then I kind of had to make something today to make up for no videos yesterday, so I had to do a review. I kind of really wanted to say my opinion about this album. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.